I finally have the opportunity coming up to use my Lumix S1R2 for some real estate photography. Now, I actually have done real estate photography in the past, but I've never actually done it on the Lumix S1R2, and I felt like if I paired that with today's video sponsor, Luminar, it would be a fun video to make where I kind of walk you through the process of doing real estate photography really on any Lumix camera, not just the S1R2. However, I think the S1R2 would be a better option. So in today's video, I'm gonna be walking you through my process for real estate photography. If you don't know me, my name's Dustin, your video tour guide, and remember to keep your arms and legs inside your chairs at all times. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. I've actually already taken the photos, so I'm gonna walk you through exactly how to take photos for real estate photography on your S1R2. What I'm walking you through as well kind of applies for really most, if not all, Lumix cameras. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is change over to the photo mode, and we're looking for something called bracketing. Once you see bracketing, go ahead and turn that to the very top one with the plus and minus sign. That stands for exposure bracketing. Then go down and click more settings. I can't remember what the default is set to, but we're actually gonna wanna go all the way to the bottom and choose the 7.1 option. Essentially what this is going to do is it's going to take pictures at different exposures ranging from -3 all the way up to +3. The next option is just the sequence you want it to take the photos. It doesn't really matter, it's kind of just preference. I prefer it to have it on the second option, which is the lowest exposed all the way to the highest exposed. And then for the next option, we want this to be on the second option, which is once you press the shutter, it's going to take all of the photos. If you have it on the first option, it's just going to take one exposure each time you press the shutter. For real estate photography, it doesn't really matter. You're just gonna set up a tripod. Tripod's kind of required for this. Maybe not, you can maybe get away without a tripod, but I highly recommend a tripod. Set up the tripod, click the shutter, maybe set on a delay for your shutter as well, so that there's no kind of like vibrations, and then let it take all the photos. Now, one thing to note about this that kind of annoys me already about Lumix is the options when it comes to the steps. In the past, the cameras that I've used for this, it will give me an option to take only 3 pictures, one at -3, one right in the middle, and one at +3. Because in post-production, I'm actually only going to use those 3 photos and merge them together to create an HDR image is what it's called. Unfortunately, it looks like with Lumix, there's only one option in order to get 3 stops under and 3 stops over, and that is the last option, which is to take 7 photos. So in post-production, we're gonna have to actually delete 4 photos because we only need 3 of them, so that's a little annoying. Okay, so that's the actual setup for the camera. The next thing, I think maybe I'll let you know, I already told you about tripod, highly recommended. When it comes to lens choices as well, I'm just choosing the widest angle lens that I have right now. This one is a 9mm lens from 7 Artisans that I had laying around. You can totally get away with just 16mm. However, in homes that are maybe a bit tighter spaces, wider angle lenses like this will make the space just feel much bigger in the photos and will just give people a better perspective on the space. And I feel like you don't have to take as many photos as well, just because you can see so much of the space in the photo. Another really great option would be the Laowa 10mm. That's a like 0 distortion lens. However, if you're looking for a more budget option, this 7 Artisans 9mm lens is also great. Just know that it only goes to a 5.6. That's totally fine as well for what we're doing, because we're gonna actually wanna go to like an f11 or an f16, f8, something like that, because we want most of what we shoot to be in focus. We want to capture all the details. Autofocus is not really a big deal. This is just a manual focus lens, so don't worry about that. I think that's pretty much everything when it comes to the camera setup for like real estate photography when it comes to Lumix. So let's go ahead and move on over to the post-processing part. Let me tell you a bit more about today's sponsor, Luminar Neo for those of you who have not heard of the software. It's a photo editing app with a bunch of AI-powered tools that are super useful for doing a bunch of different things like enhancing your photos, retouching them, the whole shebang. It also makes things not overly complicated, especially when it comes to real estate photography. So one of the features that I really like is the sky AI feature. Essentially, if there's a sky in one of your photos that maybe just looks kind of bland, there was a few in this that were that way. I was even waiting for the sky to look a little bit better, but then I realized, oh, I can just use this sky AI replacement tool in order to get a realistic sky. And there's a bunch more really practical tools, not just for real estate photographers, but just for photographers in general. You can even edit the photos on your phone. That will sync to the cloud, and then you can come to your desktop and edit the photos there, or even just pick back up on the edits you are already making on your phone. So that's a super cool feature. Luminar Neo comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's basically no risk to try it, and I'll have a 10% code down in the description, so go click that, get 10% off. Try Luminar Neo and see what you think. Now let's dive a bit more into the workflow of these photos. So when you first open up Luminar Neo, you're just gonna have a screen here that says Add Photos. You can also see it over here in the Add Photos button. And all we're gonna do is come over here to Extra. We're gonna click this, and right here, if it's not toggled down, there is a HDR merge option. We're gonna click that. So you can do up to 1,000 photos to just batch merge all of them. So I'm just gonna select all of these. I'm gonna drag them into here. I've got 129 images and put them in there. You're gonna check the batch HDR. Just so you know, I actually already went and deleted those photos, but now that I'm seeing this, yes, that would be a ton of photos, but because this is just so simple and easy, I don't know, maybe taking 7 photos isn't that big of a deal, but it does take up memory, so I hope Lumix does give us an option to only take 3, because that's all I need really for this. But anyways, we're just gonna hit merge and see what happens. I'm also kind of doing this for the first time, so we're gonna see how it does. You're witnessing me live. I've actually had Luminar Neo for a while, but I've never actually used it for this particular use case. But yeah, this is like way more simple than I was expecting, and it looks like it merged literally everything or lined them up perfectly. So I'm just gonna hit continue and let it do its thing. So that only took about 3 minutes to merge 43 images, and I'm just going to scroll through this and see how it did. So you can press the space bar to get a more maybe like traditional photo editing view, just so you know. But yeah, so far it's really done a really good job. I'm gonna go through and just tweak some of these a little bit. I'm gonna see if I go to develop and just like do auto, add some contrast. We really want the images to pop because like we're trying to sell a house here. I like how kind of subtle some of these adjustments are, like the shadows. You can see going all the way down. It's actually still pretty nice, but bring it all the way up. I think that looks a bit better for what we're trying to go for on these real estate photos. We just want people to be able to see the space, essentially. Just so you know, this isn't a paid thing that I did. This is just my sister and mother's property that they're selling. So I'm not gonna spend a crazy amount of time on this. I'm just kind of tweaking them, making sure that they pop. Now let me go to the interior and make some adjustments here. I definitely have white balance in here. I think I just left it at 5600. Let me just see what this gives me when I select one of these whites. Let's see, like the wall. Let's go with like this one. That's pretty good. So this is actually really nice. If you go into the color, you can see that the kind of yellow is just like creating some color cast everywhere. You can just come into the color tab and do remove color cast, and you can see it really tones down those like big yellows. That's just kind of, it doesn't look very good. It looks pretty good, very punchy. In this photo, I think I want to remove this cable. I specifically put it in the middle to try and just remove it in post, because I could not find how to unplug it. So we're just going to go here to the erase tool. And then I'm gonna make this just a little bit bigger, and we're just gonna select this right here. Erase. Not bad. We can also get rid of this cable because it doesn't look super pleasing. Nice. So that's pretty much it. All this has taken me is about 10 minutes to do this portion of the video. So that means with merging those HDR images to doing all of the tweaks and everything to make them look good for upload, it's only taken me about 15-20 minutes. So that's pretty good. So as far as taking photos with your Lumix camera for real estate, yeah, it's a great camera for real estate photography. The one minor thing that is kind of annoying is, yes, you do have to take 7 images. Luminar Neo does make that pretty easy, but you're not going to be saving on hard drive space. However, once you've taken final photos, I don't think you really need to save them. So, and maybe, I don't know, maybe if I did 7 photos, it actually would have gave me an even cleaner image all the way through. Who knows? Maybe I can experiment with that the next time I do this. But anyways, hope you guys learned something new. Be sure to check out Luminar Neo in the description and take advantage of that 10% off code. Looks like my photos are done exporting. Also, if you want to learn more about Lumix and how to use your Lumix camera, you should definitely check out my course, Lumix Pro. I walk you through how to use bracketing and all of the other settings, not just the exposure bracketing, but focus stacking, everything. It's one-time payment. You get lifetime access to a growing library of videos. But you can also support me just by hitting the subscribe button and the bell button to be notified future uploads. Till the next video though, happy filming.